you're here, which means you are confirmed for a call with us here at Bathurst Family Therapy. What I need from you is to please check your email for the calendar invite that I sent, click yes, you'll attend, and add it to your calendar so that you get all of the reminders for our call. Your calendar invite also includes a private Zoom link to use on the day of our call. What I'd like to do is just walk you through a little bit of our step-by-step system and what it's about, how it's going to help you, and what you can expect. Energy is within all of us. It's everywhere we are, everything we see, everything we do. It's something that we can gain control of and reform into whatever we want it to be. Relationships are nothing more or less than energy being bounced back and forth between partners. When there's inequality between partners in energy output or negative expressions of energy, we tend to see relationships stop working, become really dull, or start to have a lot of conflict because of prolonged unmet needs on one or all partners' end. That's why our step-by-step system shows exactly what to do to rebalance energy within a relationship so that you can tap into the 8 forms of intimacy without insecurity, miscommunication, imbalance. Now, I'm going to break down all of the 4 steps in this process in a bit more detail than maybe you've heard before. Every step is laid out for you to experience a state of energy flow for improved mood, better sex, and stronger relationships. I've implemented these techniques and this process, albeit not the newest version that you have access to right now. It's all shiny and new because it's been packaged together. But I've been implementing every single one of these techniques since I opened my private practice in 2014, and actually before then, because I've been in the clinical field well before opening my practice. Since then, I've provided therapy and coaching to nearly 3,000 clients with the same problems that you're trying to overcome right now. If this all sounds good, meaning it's all in alignment with what you are looking for and the program that you're looking to invest in, stay with me. Let's deep dive into what you're going to get out of this program and how you can have the life and the relationship that you deserve in just 90 days, which is just profound, right? That's amazing. So let's talk about what this is. Again, the Flow Formula is a step-by-step system that heals the individual partner first and then integrates new relationship habits for connection, communication, and then the final step is that we pull it all together for long-term change within the whole system. Okay, so it's a stage progression. Heal the individual, heal the relationship, heal the whole system. And that's what creates, building off from up from the foundation, creates long-term sustainable change. We also work on creating a deeply personalized and formal relationship contract and planning for the future to ensure needs are sustainably met for all parties involved. Our personality test informs you of what your energy lines are in relationships, what your energy type is, so that we know exactly what needs to change in order for you to find synergy. Are you stream, synergy, surge, self-generating, sponge, or sympathy? Let's find out. This is for you. If you have lost your zest in life, if you're needing a relationship boost, or to heal some emotional wounds of the past to really embrace a better future. If you're someone who wants to tap into a new realm of intimacy with your significant other that you've never experienced before, because there are 8, right? Most programs only focus on 1 or 2. We focus on all 8. If you want to learn about how to synchronize your body with your partners for mind-blowing sex in a flow state, and to be in control of how energy comes and goes in your body so that you no longer feel powerless, but confident. let's go over some of the benefits of this program. This program is going to save you time because it's been described as the amount of ROI or return on investment you would receive as if you were seeing 7 different providers, right? Because this is such an integrative experience, it's an intensive and immersive experience. It really is transformational. There's no better description than transformation, right? So it saves you time. It saves you money because the average divorce in 2022, I believe the statistics comes from USA Today, and is taken from California based per person, so not per couple or per divorce, but per person. The average divorce in 2022 cost $26,300. And that is not including any money spent on traditional therapy for those 2 years that it takes to actually complete the divorce process. So kind of just noodle that for a little while. Energy. This program saves you energy. I will teach you how to protect your energy from those who try to consume and steal it, and how you can share it at levels of depth and vulnerability for degrees of euphoria and true intimacy that you may never have experienced before. You should be in complete control, choice, and agency of your own energy and who, what, when, where, and how you gift that energy. If you are not in complete control over that energy exchange, it's going to create opportunities of conflict, internal strife that leads to identity conflict. A lot of messiness there, right? So this program and I will lead you into the right direction in how to gain control over that process. This program also gives you choice, right? The longer you hold out in a dysfunctional relationship, the more damage is done. Every person and every system has their limit. Once that boundary is reached, and that limit's abstract, right? We're never really able, it's intangible. We're not able to touch it. We can't see it. Everybody's is different. So sometimes that limit, our partner may be fairly close to it and we may not recognize. Holding out and waiting for time to make it better, we may wait a little too long and miss our opportunity if that limit gets breached, right? And our partner is no longer willing to commit to the healing process because they have surpassed their tolerance level. We've lost our choice. So this program gives you choice if you still have the commitment of all partners in the relationship willing and able to make this work and heal and reconnect. Do it now. Don't wait and perhaps lose your opportunity in the future. The only way to achieve deeply satisfying intimacy and connection with your partners is to heal yourself, repair unhelpful interaction patterns in the relationship, and build a system that depends on openness of communication, vulnerability, and reciprocity. We'll help you do that in our Flow Formula program. I'm Dr. Stephanie Bathurst. I'm a board-certified clinical sexologist, a licensed marriage and family therapist, a certified life coach, and a holistic healer, among many other things. I'm also the recipient of a Top Doctors Award in 3 different U.S. states. As a subject matter expert in the fields of sex and relationships, I can be found on networks such as CNN, Bravo, Oprah Winfrey Network, MSNBC, as well as Giddy and Spotify. I love my job. I love what I do. I love my clients. Most therapists focus on one specific problem in one particular area of a client's life because that is what's simple and that's what's easiest in the moment. The more systemic you become, the more complex the issue gets. But that's also how you get to the root of the issue, right? I found that hyper-focusing on the linear path it's largely ineffective at treating the whole system, the whole relationship. I apply a systemic, holistic process which integrates many evidence-based techniques with step-by-step instruction and accountability for rapid change. I offer VIP packages, hybrid self-study courses, and one-to-one sessions and intensives for individuals and relationships across the globe. This approach to my clinical practice over the last decade and more has led to the creation of this 4-step flow formula, which I'm about to get into a little bit more in depth with you. So let's get real for a second. This program is so deeply effective because it forces therapeutic change at a core level in rapid time. So again, 90 days. I mean, like, that's just fantastic. Here are the 4 steps to get synergy into your system. So the first step, step 1, is find yourself. This step focuses solely on you, the individual within the larger relationship or system. I do also work with multi-person relationships, right? So consensual non-monogamy or multi-amory, polyamory, those are communities that I work very heavily with. So whether you are a dyadic structure, a coupledom, a 2-person relationship, or you are a 3, 4, 5, 6-person relationship, you are all welcome. I specialize and am well trained to work with all advanced systems. So relationships can be only as healthy as its individual counterparts. Okay, let me say that again. Each relationship can only be maxed, right? Like, this is the cap. The relationship can be as healthy as its individual counterparts. So we prioritize in this process getting each individual as healthy as they possibly can be, as stable as they possibly can be in the first step. And what this looks like is discovering your energy flow type through our personality quiz, foundation building and education building, guided flow type reflection to better identify who you are and who you want to be so that we have a clear path forward, how to best embrace your energy flow type, and then developing awareness of underlying energy blocks that inhibit relational flow. So figuring out what it is that you're doing in your relationships. When we look at the history of your relationships, what have you done that has created these intimacy barriers? And oftentimes these are subconscious actions. These are not purposeful, intentional things that you are doing, but that's our job, right? As the clinician, as the mediators, as the coach, we have that background information to be able to assess. You bring the content, we help you process it. All right, step 2 is learning patterns. So this step focuses on gaining perspective about your relationship and analyzing changes before we start bringing that change in. We want to do things the right way for long-term efficacy, which means we can't just dive right into any place. In this step, we can expect things like mindfulness and visualization activities to help you change your perspective and mindset. This is a critical thing. I know that seems really simple and unimportant. Statistically, it's very, very important. Your perspective and your mindset, if you are stuck in a negativity loop about your partner, about your relationship, about yourself, any kind of change process that we engage in, it's kind of like a rubber band. You're going to snap right back if you have a negative mindset. Okay, creating your own timeline to compartmentalize the past and embrace the future. So creating this separation of past pain moments is very important for you to be able to move forward from them. Understanding how to reform energy from negative to positive expressions. Energy is energy. It's neutral, right? We are the ones that make it good or bad, positive or negative. So helping you tap into that power and that choice and that control. Removing known intimacy blocks in your relationship. So building off of the first step, when you developed awareness about what you're doing that caused the blocks, now we're creating change on that awareness. Step 3 is observe and apply. So step 3 prioritizes relationship work, meaning creating change within the interaction patterns between partners. You can, in this step, expect things like stockpiling positive energy experiences. So I will give you pre-structured, pre-detailed, and even pre-packaged, like mail-at-home kits for activities to build positive energy in your relationship. So it's all done for you. You just have to implement the techniques. Communication enhancement, both for verbal and nonverbal forms of communication. Increasing intimacy flow behaviors. So we worked previously on the first 2 steps at removing the intimacy blocking behaviors. Now in step 3, we are purposefully enhancing the intimacy flow behaviors. Daily gratitude practice to improve mood and to boost positivity, because we aim for net positive in our relationship, that things feel and are more good than bad. And formal release of resentment. So anybody who is feeling a harnessed or a blockage of resentment or betrayal or pain, any of that negativity that is kind of like stagnant or stuck within your body and preventing you from stepping into a space of vulnerability with your loved one, we have a formal ritual and practice to release that energy and be able to move forward. Okay, so there's a specific forgiveness methodology and process associated with that. And then the final step, step 4, is working together. This is the step that is focused on the whole system. Okay, so step 4 is, again, reserved for the whole system. It's a reboot for the whole system. We go beyond just partner-partner interaction. And we look at how each variable outside of the relationship is affecting the relationship. Does that make sense? Stage 4, step 4. This is the stage that most programs on the market right now completely miss. And this is the stage that, to be honest, solidifies change from action into maintenance. Okay, so the stages of change. Let me just review them super, super quickly. So they go pre-contemplative, so before you're even thinking about it, right? Contemplative, I'm thinking about change, but I'm really not ready to do anything about it yet. I recognize it's there. Preparation, okay, maybe I should start planning for it, but I'm not ready to take action yet. Action, definitely ready to take action. Let's start implementing some of these plans. And then maintenance, okay? So this step 4, the working together, the whole system reboot, is what transitions us from action into the maintenance stage. And that's what ensures that this change will be long-term change, not momentary change. So what you can expect from this step is creating a formal relationship contract, which I will therapeutically mediate. Celebrating success to connect with net positive experiences, so we're not hyper-focusing on the negative. Develop personal rituals for positive energy circulation in your dynamic. Creating a structure and a schedule for your check-ins over the next year, which ideally and intentionally take the place of your coach, right? We go from, in this program, me mediating these therapeutic experiences, these therapeutic conversations, to you mediating them with your loved one. The whole purpose of this process is for you to be autonomous, independent, self-sustaining for your relationship growth. So we want to celebrate the day that comes. And then creating quality time blocks over the next year to set your relationship up for success. If you are blocking out time for your pet to get their hair cut, for you to get your nails done, for your car to get an oil change, for work meetings to happen, all of the other things, all the other responsibilities in your life to ensure that they are getting met, but you are not blocking out time for date nights, for conversational check-ins to evaluate the health of your relationship with any degree of regularity, There's a huge problem in your prioritization. So we will get that situated. The flow formula goes right to the root of the problem as to why you are not able to secure genuine and long-lasting connections. We focus on all 8 forms of intimacy and implement sex therapy, marital therapy, life coaching, and integrative medicine for mental health to stabilize physical and mental health issues, as well as pelvic floor stabilization to reform all energy contributions into fulfilling experiences, right? So when I say it is a full system reboot, it's literally a full system reboot. There's nothing that we don't attend to. As a board certified clinical sexologist, licensed marriage and family therapist, certified life coach, and holistic healer, I apply my licenses and certifications in psychology, sexology, and integrative medicine into bite-sized forms that clients can apply to their lives directly to create a better world, one relationship at a time. That is my goal in life. That is my purpose in life. That is my passion in life. In 90 days, it drastically improves the mood of individual partners, and it re-energizes a very dull and lifeless relationship to reconnect intimacy and communication back into the larger system. It's really something magical to see. I know it's not magic because it's a lot of work, but anything worthwhile is a lot of work. So how does this all happen, right? Because I only implement techniques that are backed by evidence, my program was specifically built as a hybrid model to hit all 7 learning styles for optimum information and memory retention. What does this mean? This means I give the techniques and the tools to you in many different ways because it increases the success rates for you. What creates long-term change? You really need 2 primary ingredients in an effective process for it to last longer than a few weeks. And whether you continue forward with me or not, keep this in your mind because this is something that a lot of other programs significantly lack. And this is a very critical recipe for effective coaching, effective therapy, or really just effective change in any kind of process. Awareness plus behavioral change or rehabilitation, right? So those 2 being married together is absolutely critical. Change without awareness leads to you making lateral moves that often leave you feeling equally unhappy or unfulfilled because it doesn't attend to the core issues, the core reason for why you're feeling these symptoms. However, awareness without actionable change doesn't disrupt the feedback loops that are keeping you stagnant in dissatisfaction. You need a program that's skilled in helping you make drastic shifts in your mindset and able to sift through the context of the situation to identify the core issue. Without that, you're likely wasting time creating strategies to manage secondary symptoms, which would naturally just go away and resolve if you simply attended to the core issue. Don't waste your time and don't waste your money working with a coach or a program that isn't going to help you figure out what the core reason is. Behavior change, and creating new habits is so important because it helps create a sense of hopefulness and empowerment that motivates you forward and provides a new expression of consistency for your partner. And that builds trust. That's how trust gets rebuilt, right? The consistency of change. If I am feeling resentful or hurt or powerless because my partner did this particular thing, and I now see observably that they have changed and that this change is happening with consistency and repetition, that is where the trust starts to come back. Flow Formula intertwines these components seamlessly into all 3 months and all 4 steps so that when you leave, you are absolutely transformed. This was a super abridged overview of the process. I know that there was a lot that I just threw out at you. So if you have any questions, definitely reach out and let me know. book a call and I will answer all of your questions, I promise. Or if you want to go into more detail, I'm happy to in the actual program, and it will all just click with you because, again, there are so many different tools and types of learning that we integrate, so it all just makes sense. Now I need to shout out that this program demands your attention, time, and investment. If you are expecting a magic pill, or for this to be another weekend seminar that ends in me handing out a book and then washing my hands and moving on, this is not the right fit program for you. We are talking about permanent and huge change in your life and in your relationship. And that is demanding of your investment, of your time, of your effort. If that sounds good, then come on in. We welcome you. We want you to be here. We are so excited for you to join our team, to be a part of our community, and we are ready for you to embrace a new life filled with passion and fulfillment because you deserve it. The next steps, if you scroll down, I have some case studies lower on this page for you to review, browse, some more information about us here at Bathurst Family Therapy. But essentially what you need is awareness and behavioral change to align your goals for the future, which are the ingredients for sustainable change. We also need to build up from individual growth, right? That's the foundation of this program. You have to start with individual stability and health, and then work to relational stability and health, and then system stability and health. And it works in that linear way, right? It builds from the foundation up. Again, a relationship can only be as healthy and as happy as its individual counterparts. I'm really, really looking forward to learning more about you and working with you directly to create the life of your dreams. Either myself or a member of my amazing team are going to set up to speak with you on our next call to answer all of your questions and further go over the process more in detail. If you need to reschedule, simply go to our Calendly booking link and let's find a convenient time as immediately as possible because the life that you want is waiting for you and we are so excited for you to have it. Also, we don't waste time in this program, so be ready to take notes, bring a pen and paper or a phone with your note section open. But please do have your airplane mode on because we don't want distractions. We need you to be totally engaged in this process from the get-go. Take a few moments to read through the resources below on this page, and we will talk soon.